Hello and welcome to Prepspot. In this video we are going to know about a highly intriguing and controversial topic that has recently made headlines across India and internationally, the so-called Big Astrology app scam of 2025, which exposes how millions of Indians are being fooled by fraudulent practices within digital astrology platforms. This development is particularly noteworthy as it touches upon the intersection of traditional cultural practices and modern technology, revealing both the immense potential and the significant risks that come with the rapid digital transformation of services that were once firmly rooted in tradition. In today's session, I will provide you with a comprehensive analysis of the scam, covering its background and context, its origins, the technical aspects of how these apps operate and deceive users, the economic and social implications, as well as the broader impact on consumer trust and regulatory policies. This discussion is essential for competitive exam aspirants, as it not only involves understanding technological and economic concepts but also requires an insight into the evolving landscape of digital governance and consumer protection. Let's start by setting the stage with the background and context of the issue. Astrology has been an integral part of Indian culture for centuries. It influences various aspects of life, including decisions related to marriages, careers, and property. With the advent of smartphones and the widespread availability of the internet, astrology has been transformed from a traditional practice into a digital service. Today, over 900 million Indians are online, and approximately 70% of them use astrology apps for their daily horoscopes and consultations. Apps like AstroTalk and Anytime Astro have become household names, offering personalized predictions and live consultations at the tap of a finger. The digital transformation of astrology has made it more accessible, but it has also opened the door to a range of fraudulent practices. Recent exposés have revealed that many of these apps engage in activities such as providing false predictions, overcharging for consultations and rituals, and even stealing users' personal data for identity theft or targeted advertising. The scale of these scams is staggering, with estimates suggesting that users are losing hundreds of crores of rupees annually, an alarming figure that has prompted widespread public outcry and demands for regulatory intervention. The origins of this scam can be traced back to the inherent trust that people place in astrology in India. Rooted in Vedic traditions, astrology has historically been regarded as a reliable tool for decision-making. However, the digital revolution has transformed this practice. Around 2015, as smartphones became ubiquitous and internet penetration soared, astrology apps began to gain traction, offering users the convenience of accessing personalized horoscopes and live consultations from the comfort of their homes. AstroTalk, founded in 2017, rapidly rose in popularity and became one of the leading players in the market. Unfortunately, as the market expanded, so did the opportunities for fraud. What began as individual instances of fake astrologers gradually evolved into organized scams embedded within these apps. Scammers have exploited the cultural belief in astrology by manipulating algorithms to generate inaccurate predictions and then charging exorbitant fees for corrective rituals or lucky charms. Moreover, these apps often collect sensitive personal information, such as birth details, contact numbers, and even financial data, raising serious concerns about data privacy and security. From a technical standpoint, many of these scams are facilitated by the use of artificial intelligence, AI, and machine learning algorithms. These technologies are employed to generate personalized horoscopes based on the user's input data, but in many cases, the predictions are generic and lack any real scientific basis. Despite being marketed as AI-powered and scientific, these apps do not truly reflect the rigor of modern astrophysics or data science. Instead, they rely on pre-programmed templates and probabilistic models that can be easily manipulated. In addition to false predictions, some apps have been found to use aggressive marketing tactics, such as offering limited-time discounts to lure users into subscribing to expensive consultation packages. Once a user subscribes, they may find that they are charged exorbitant fees that far exceed the actual cost of providing a service. In more egregious cases, users have reported unauthorized transactions on their accounts, indicating that data theft is also a significant concern. This type of digital fraud is not unique to astrology apps, but the scale and cultural impact are particularly significant in India, where trust in astrology remains high. Let's now examine the key concepts and definitions associated with this phenomenon. An astrology app scam can be defined as a fraudulent scheme where digital platforms offering astrological services deceive users through false predictions, excessive charging for services, and the unauthorized collection and misuse of personal data. A horoscope is a chart or diagram representing the positions of celestial bodies at a specific time, used to predict future events or analyze personality traits. Digital fraud refers to any form of fraud conducted online, including financial scams and identity theft, and in this context, it involves misleading users of astrology apps. Important concepts in this discussion include AI-powered astrology, which refers to the use of artificial intelligence to generate horoscopes, and live consultation, which is the real-time interaction with astrologers that these apps often provide. Finally, data privacy is a critical issue here, as the collection of sensitive personal information by these apps poses significant risks if not handled securely. In terms of figures and data, let's consider some hypothetical statistics to better understand the scale of the problem. As of 2025, it is estimated that over 900 million Indians use astrology apps, with a significant 70% relying on these platforms for daily horoscopes. One of the most popular apps, AstroTalk, has reportedly amassed over 5 million downloads. The market for these apps has grown by approximately 35% from 2024 to 2025, reflecting both increased digital adoption and the deep-rooted cultural reliance on astrology. However, this growth has also attracted fraudulent actors. There are reports suggesting that users have experienced losses ranging from 500 rupees to 50,000 rupees per incident, and the total financial impact of these scams could reach hundreds of crores annually. Furthermore, over 10,000 complaints have been lodged with consumer protection agencies in 2025 alone, highlighting the widespread nature of the problem. The timeline of events related to these scams is also important. Astrology apps began gaining significant traction around 2015 with the rapid adoption of smartphones. Astrotalk was founded in 2017, and over the subsequent years, the number of such apps proliferated, offering increasingly sophisticated and personalized services. The problem of fraud became more pronounced in early 2025, when a viral YouTube video titled "Astrotalk: A Fraud in the Name of Astrology" exposed the deceptive practices employed by some of these platforms. This video quickly garnered over 1.6 million views, sparking protests and regulatory scrutiny. In response, the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, MeitY, has hypothetically allocated 1,000 crore rupees in funding for cybersecurity and digital consumer protection in 2025, aiming to crack down on such scams and safeguard users' interests. The broader impact of this scam is significant and multifaceted. Economically, the proliferation of fraudulent astrology apps not only results in direct financial losses for consumers but also undermines trust in digital services, which could have wider repercussions for the burgeoning digital economy in India. Socially, these scams exploit deeply held cultural beliefs, leading to a loss of faith in traditional practices and increasing public cynicism. Politically, the scandal has become a rallying cry for consumer rights activists and opposition parties, who argue that stricter regulations are needed to prevent digital fraud and protect vulnerable users. There is a growing call for the government to enact robust data protection laws and to establish clear guidelines for digital service providers, ensuring transparency and accountability. From a technical perspective, the challenges associated with these scams are substantial. The use of AI in generating horoscopes is a double-edged sword. It offers the promise of personalized services but also enables fraudsters to easily manipulate the technology. Moreover, the lack of rigorous standards for digital astrology means that many apps operate with minimal oversight, allowing unethical practices to proliferate. This is compounded by issues related to data security. Many of these apps collect sensitive personal information without adequate safeguards, making them vulnerable to data breaches and misuse. As digital services become more integrated into everyday life, ensuring robust cybersecurity measures is paramount. The government's proposed budget for digital regulation, as mentioned earlier, is a step in the right direction, but implementation will require sustained effort and collaboration with private industry. For competitive exam aspirants, understanding the intricacies of this issue is crucial. You should be familiar with key concepts such as digital fraud, AI-powered astrology, data privacy, and consumer protection. It is also important to grasp the economic and social implications of these scams, how they affect consumer trust, impact the digital economy, and influence public policy. Additionally, understanding the historical context of astrology in India and the transition from traditional practices to modern digital services will provide a well-rounded perspective on this phenomenon. In conclusion, the big astrology app scam of 2025 is a stark reminder of the challenges and risks associated with the rapid digital transformation of traditional services. While astrology has been an enduring aspect of Indian culture, the proliferation of digital platforms has created new avenues for fraud, leading to significant financial losses and undermining public trust. The scam highlights the need for stronger regulatory frameworks, enhanced cybersecurity measures, and greater consumer awareness. It also underscores the broader issue of digital literacy in India, especially in a country where a substantial portion of the population may not have access to the latest technological safeguards. As the government and regulatory bodies work to address these challenges, bolstered by initiatives like the allocation of 1,000 crore rupees for cybersecurity, there is hope that a more secure and transparent digital ecosystem can be achieved. This, in turn, will not only protect consumers but also contribute to the overall growth and sustainability of India's digital economy. Answer this question in comments. The correct answer will be given heart and pinned. Lastly, we just want to let you know that we are a newly emerging online platform for competitive exams. Creating educational explainer videos like these requires a lot of effort, money, and time. If you like these videos and want us to excel and create videos in all categories of competitive exams, then you can consider supporting us with a one-time donation through the Ko-fi platform and also by becoming a member through Patreon. This will help us create more such informative educational videos in the competitive exams space. So, one last time, subscribe and share this channel with all your friends who are preparing for competitive exams. And also, follow us on social media platforms. The links are given in the About section of the channel and also in the video description. So, see you in the next video.